Precision, accuracy, and perfection. This is what global positioning systems, are commonly known as a GPS, can offer you. GPS has changed the lives and careers of countless people in many different ways, all around the world. One career that has been dramatically changed is farming. Every year, the American farmer strives to gain full value from his or her land and inputs. The benefit of GPS makes achieving this goal surprisingly easier than it was possible a short while ago. According to Garmin.com, GPS is a satellite-based navigation system made up of a network of 24 satellites placed into orbit by the United States Department of Defense. The GPS system was only meant for the military purposes, helping with location and navigation. But in the 1980s, the government made it legal for the American people to have full use of the satellites for GPSs. The way GPS works is GPS satellite circles the Earth twice a day in a very precise orbit and transmits signal information to Earth. GPS receivers take the information and use triangulation to calculate the user's exact location. The GPS receiver compares with the time a signal is transmitted by the satellite with the time it was received. The time difference tells the GPS receiver how far away the satellite is. With distance measurements for a few more satellites, the receiver can figure out the user's position and display on the unit's electronic map. And with that information on the map, the receiver can control the farmer's machinery. At first, the idea of using computers to run farm equipment was very skeptical by almost every farmer. It was hard to grasp the fact that the technology could control a machine so large and powerful so accurately. With the satellites knowing the exact location of the receiver, and the receiver being located in the tractors, sprayers, combines, or whatever other piece of machinery that is being used, the satellites can control the machine. The receiver is then hooked up to the monitor, which has a display screen where you can enter the information needed. For example, how wide a pass you want to make, or the angle you want to drive at. And with the proper information set, you can push a button and let go of the steering wheel, and the computer will take over, driving a perfectly straight line. And at the end of the field, the computer will beep, telling you that you need to turn soon. So you turn the wheel and push the button again. The computer saves information where the implement has already done, so you will never overlap or skip, helping gain profit out of every acre. According to Jim Lancaster from Southeast Farm Press, farmers understand that surviving in a global economy will require cutting operation costs even farther, a factor that led many of them to precision agricultural methods, a technology that uses a global positioning system to provide farmers with pinpoint accuracy for such applications such as planting, spraying, and harvesting. There are countless benefits besides cutting operator costs, such as never overlapping or skipping in your fields. Since GPSs work 24 hours a day, any day of the year, it makes it possible to farm anytime needed. With less skips, it improves your crop yield. It gives you your field information so you can keep track of where certain crops grow better. And with the information, it helps make better crop management decisions. You will reduce chemical and fertilizer costs through more efficient application, provides more accurate farm records. It increases profit margins and will reduce compaction because every year your machine goes in the same path, so less is ran over. The cost of the receiver is one of the downfalls to using GPS farming. A guided system ranges to a little bit less than $2,000 to over $40,000. The $2,000 guidance system consists of what is called a light bar, where the operator is actually in control of the steering wheel, but the bar is lit up and helps the operator on the right path by using green lights for accuracy and red lights if you're a little bit off the accuracy by approximately 1 foot. The next receiver costs you $5,000. This is auto steer, so you don't have to manually steer the machine. The receiver has a small screen, and the receiver can be transported to any machine that is wired and ready. The receiver can go up in price by adding more mapping options and a bigger screen with color. With these options, the receiver can get up to about $6,500. Both these machines will have approximately 3 inches of accuracy. The top receiver, costing $40,000, is the RTK system, specifically known as the real-time kinetic corrections. This system is more high-tech and is used mainly at the top farmland with high output crops.
Chris.AVI, could you go to Mr. Birch's office? Chris.AVI to Mr. Birch's office.
It has beacons located in the corners of the field for top accuracy. This receiver will be within an inch of the accuracy guarantee. With the fairly high price of the receivers, the purchaser has to think ahead and decide if the purchase is worth the cost. According to the recent statistics, it is proven that the savings range from 2%, saving roughly $3 an acre, up to 7%. We're saving approximately $10 an acre. The statistics are going to vary. The higher the costs of inputs, such as fuel used and the amount of chemical or fertilizer, the faster saving will accrue to the guidance system. Another factor is the size and shape of the field. The fields that have weird shapes due to slots or drainage will make the guidance system pay for itself faster by turning and not as long rounds being anchored. And one of the largest aspects to be considered is the labor that is needed. With the amount saved in time, it can cut labor costs which pay for itself in a hurry. These are just the out-of-pocket expenses the purchaser has to take in consideration of ease, which is priceless to some people.